This is a battle for the future of our planet.
16, 17,000 feet. It was very, very difficult.
I am so wrecked.
めちゃめちゃですよ。絶対誰か死ぬんじゃねえかな。
The aim isn't just about reaching the finish line. These runners have an additional mission.
And that's why certain glacier tongues, they're melting a bit more slowly, but they're still retreating at quite an alarming rate.
The volume of water continues to get higher and higher, and that's putting many people at risk, putting many communities along the river at risk.
These athletes are seeing a crisis unfold in the Himalayas before their very eyes.
These glaciers, they are so precious. Please help me protect them. I don't want them to go away.
This is truly one of the craziest, most absolutely beautiful places I have ever seen in my whole life.
This is a chronicle of the race against time facing Earth today. The Buddhist nation of Bhutan is situated in the Himalayan mountains. It upholds a concept of gross national happiness, prioritizing the well-being of its people above all else. Mountains dominate 98% of the country. With over 70% of the land covered in forest, the people here live in close harmony with nature. Last autumn, a special event took place in Bhutan.
Pascal. Yes, I'm here. Kaori. Claire?
Yeah.
Cody?
Yes.
Luke? Here. Are the Bhutanese here? It is a very, very difficult running event. Maybe one of the most difficult in the world. It's a 5-day stage race. It's not a luxury running tour. This is a stage race that's here in the wild Bhutanese Himalaya. It's just about as raw as you can get.
The Snowman Race takes place in the Himalayas, known as the roof of the world. The trail runs high across the eastern mountains. The number of people who have completed this trek is fewer than those who have conquered Everest.
As a matter of fact, mountaineering is banned in Bhutan. You cannot go above 6,000 meters above sea level. Why? Because we believe that these mountains are sacred, that our deities reside on those mountains. This very special race across our sacred landscape.
NHK and BBS have teamed up to show the entire race for the first time. In the first Snowman Race that took place 2 years ago, 12 of the 30 participants were unable to finish the race. The trail is extremely grueling. It covers 186 kilometers over 5 days. The athletes complete a designated course each day, with the rankings determined by overall time. The average elevation throughout the course is 4,200 meters, with the majority at a very high altitude. Where the oxygen is thinnest, it is around half that of sea level. The athletes wear GPS trackers as they race deep through the Himalayas.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
With their lives on the line, the race begins. Seven kilometers into the race, the Bhutanese runners break away from the main group. Born and bred in these highlands, they're formidable competitors. The participants in this year's race include 7 Bhutanese athletes who won the domestic selection and 9 top international athletes. From Germany is Rosanna Buchauer. She's the top-ranking athlete here, having recently won numerous ultra-marathons. There are 4 competitors from the United States. Luke Nelson has completed the previous edition of this race. Pascal Egli from Norway is not only an athlete, but also a glassologist. From Bangladesh is a star triathlon athlete, Mohammed Arafat. And this is Kaori Niwa, one of Japan's leading runners who competed in an Everest endurance race last year. The race has only just started, but the elevation is already 4,000 meters. Just a casual stroll at this height can leave you breathless. Even our altitude-trained film crew can't keep up. For this special race, the athletes documented their progress through video diaries.
Hey, Claire Gallagher here, representing USA.
We're about 8 miles into the first day and just turned a corner to this beautiful valley.
The elevation has reached 4,280 meters, with the oxygen level now about 60% that of sea level. A sharp incline stands before the athletes. The slope is as steep as a ski jump. At 5,000 meters, we're now above the tree line and the landscape opens up. We're at the highest point of the day, Gangla Kachung Pass. One athlete pauses on the intense climb. But seeing another athlete closing in, she pushes on. It's a battle of extremes.
It's a bit difficult to push. I'm out of breath.
So now we see for the first time in this race a glacier quite close. As a glaciologist, I'll show it to you. There it is. And the summit must be above 6,000 meters with glaciarized mountain face.
covering these 6,000-meter mountains in white are glaciers. They're over 50 meters thick and at least a few thousand years old, having formed over a tremendous amount of time. They're right alongside the runner's trail. Below these thick glaciers lies an emerald-colored lake. This is a glacial lake.
기소샘에 가슴 줄러면서 와진 다 후기 뒤나로 다 잡는 게 되셔디 다 줄도 와진 기소 연동기 배워진 제갑자 독절이 든데치 둘라 나리미 배워진 카르마이 대가라디 케릭다 기소기 개척집에 차이슈도 오세 주니 다음에나 두개하나 배워진 기소 생활이 다음 지딩아 저기 추이 탱켄라 디보달로 아니 저기 십술 배배다우달로 넬레파포 마옴파나로 남셔 주로알tin데 년카치 쇼치데 다음바디가 저기 다 깽잉기 혼례지 와진 데 기소 배운데 미데나로 녀바케니기 년카디 저기 지쇼집에 같이 중기 카톨레 찾아비 있으시는
A glacial lake outburst flood.
디보다 bombe 느낀 bombe 참이디 대남로 직동급적 급주고시 로기철레 퇴미기 기소 배움이기 야당디 이메 세션이라 더 dom기 디나로 마 피나칼라마 종고 녀뼈 마세 미기 세솔로 배웠지 미케지 지대지기 세솔로 녀뼈디.
Recently, the frequency of flooding from glacial lakes has been increasing. This is due to global warming. The water level of a glacial lake increases as rising temperatures melt the glaciers. The moraine, a natural bank that holds the lake in place, can no longer withstand the growing water pressure and collapses. These dangerous floods are now occurring throughout Bhutan. Communities have never been so anxious. And here lies the true purpose of the race.
The Snowman Race was conceived by His Majesty the King. It is a royal vision to call to action to tackle climate change urgently by all peoples all around the world. We are a carbon negative country. We sequester more than 3 times the amount of carbon dioxide we emit as a nation. Yet, our mountains are melting, our ice is melting. The runners can see, and through the runners, the world at large can see our glaciers melt, our snow lines recede.
The threat of climate change looms over Bhutan. So what will the athletes actually see? One athlete in this year's Snowman Race has a particularly compelling reason to run. She's a nomadic herder and runner from the highlands of Bhutan, Kimilanjaro.
찹자다나스미 머러비잡바니 짝에서 바르스를 수잡이면서 나가더라. 찹자다스 머러비잡을 봐라. 히말라야 총콜레랑 하나 야소데라. 이 단나가 보시면 남기나 고자미민 찹자비디 찹자님이 짬이 기봐라. 한빈이라 만났어. 야 나시 주월에 땐 땅아치 야섬소 때 말이야 야야야 부은 거 빌라 짬밋 맞아 봐라. 네 야스만은 가인돌라니. 미냥 주변이 라세미 베니타는 들어와서 톱다 무슨 펜토블랑 같이 비로.
At the end of day one, the Bhutanese runner Sangay was the first to reach the goal.
Ngaji kia khapna di ta pewa ching nga yu yi mi chime, nga tenso ma mi chime. Ngaji drup di sui bethap kachi tu se wachin, ani zumbe organize be, ini di ngaji organize be ni di laha dula. Kia khap chungku be chapchor mindu. Nga ra khatule di tanga kamera map jo chakdi yasun machi, di me jamdo de be nga yi chapsham ni di.
The final runner crosses the finish line 12 hours after the race began. Everyone has successfully completed the first day.
So when I came over the last col 2 years ago in first edition of Snowman, the glacier extended much further. Today, it was back maybe 300, 400, 500 feet from where it was.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get the heady.
Day 2, at 6 a.m., they set off together. Today, they'll be running through vast valleys, surrounded by towering 7,000-meter mountains. The athletes will witness firsthand the reality facing the Himalayas. At the 40-kilometer mark, the trail is now soaked with cold water, and the athletes are having trouble with their footing. In the previous race, there used to be a path here.
Okay, I'm already so wet.
Hey.
Have a good day, SB.
Thank you, same to you.
You can see again, it's incredible river flooding the water continue to get higher and higher, and that putting many people at risk, putting many communities along the river at risk.
Even during the race, there is one athlete who frequently stops and records what he sees. This is Mtuy, who holds the record for the fastest unsupported climb of Kilimanjaro.
Whatever the course of the time is going to take me, I am looking as yet to be here itself to discuss this hard talk to the world. When the idea came from the first times, I didn't really know where Bhutan was, but now I know where Bhutan is. I know what are the issues in Bhutan, and those issues are very relate to my issue here in Tanzania, in Kilimanjaro. I grew up on the Kilimanjaro just behind me, and the Kilimanjaro have given me the connection to the world. Kilimanjaro is very unique, has its glaciers on the top. And as we can see from some of the glaciers, working with a number of different scientists, we have taken a note that the glaciers on Kilimanjaro are decreasing significantly over the last decades.
Researchers have predicted that Kilimanjaro's glaciers will disappear by 2030. In the towns at the foot of the mountain, severe water shortages are a growing concern.
And if you look at globally development countries, and a big
country in the world. We, in a small small minority people who live on the mountains, mountain highlanders like those who live in Kilimanjaro, we will suffer the most because we are the one immediately will be affected by the climate change.
It's nice to be out of the village and seeing the beautiful village here.
And I'm here to share with you the first-hand experience about climate change in the Great Himalaya.
Great to see this mountain today. The time to come here to speak aloud and wild about the climate change. I'm here to do just that.
At the 66-kilometre mark, Sangay, the Bhutanese runner in the lead, rushes down a steep cliff. Ahead of him, a vast riverbed comes into view. This is the disaster site of the 1994 glacial lake outburst flood.
Nang zunga lang di tet nam nama be gan len tet chala nam to me ba te mi lalachi nam simi ngu re be gan len ma chi chudi tet shale them na nole them na ma shi china le ten te ko ma me jibe me ba ya sala alu sum da aidi
te jema hima tha kanoe gas shudola tanga ane nonggi chamru di ta te nami sami te ta chamru di te nam se kang yula.
I mean, just for like running through it, it was nice. But then when you know what happened to the people, it was scary.
The second day's race finishes at a small village in the middle of the former disaster area. A celebration is held at the local elementary school to welcome the arrival of the athletes.
Good evening. Hello everyone. It's with this immense pride and admiration that I welcome all of you here at Bhutan Primary School. I kindly ask every runners to carry our plea forward. When you return home, please speak to the rich and powerful world leaders, asking them to help save us from the grip of climate change, our sons and daughters who might one day run on this very land in our place. Let them revisit our stories, not as tales of loss, but as memories of landscape we all work together to preserve. So it is a small message from a small or little village called Dunana to kindly to convey our message. Thank you.
As a community here,
we don't live like close to nature the way that most places do.
Yeah.
Like we're insulated, we're very comfortable. We have like these very fancy amenities, so we don't feel it the same way these delicate communities do.
And like Japan is such a small, isolated country, and so people don't know what's going on around Japan. So I feel like I should bring those information information back to Bhutan so they people know what's going on around our countries.
There's no little steps we take. Yes, you have a little bit of access on the little land, a little, unless we can go here.
남시 주어디 아치지 눈에 배수님에 발랑아치게 아니 주비오다 학회요면라 아치디 배차 마탄 같이 미시면 말해 오늘 제가 대화다 배우다 때 같이 시수벨라.
It's like if you take the world, there's a few people responsible for most of the climate change. So the world is unfair, and that's what I really feel here. And I feel sorry, and I hope that it changes, but I'm not sure.
Day 3. For today, we consider that day 3 to be most toughest route because they will be running above almost like 5,000 meters for about more than 12 kilometers or so. And if there is a need to evacuate, then these are the potentially identified spots for helicopter to land so that they can go to the nearest point and safely be evacuated to the hospital. And even the highest point also is where usually runners face quite difficulty to cross that. It is as high as like 5,470 meters, which is around the Kofula area.
It's 6 a.m. The temperature is minus 12 degrees Celsius.
There it is, guys. 3, 2, 1. Get the heady.
The sun has risen on the toughest day of the world's toughest race. The remnants of the glacial lake flood stretch on endlessly.
Words do not carry enough weight to show the emotion of this place.
I'm okay. Oh, yeah, Karma's gonna get some tea. Oh my God, this is the village that would get taken out if that glacier lake up there ever burst. But this is truly one of the craziest, most absolutely beautiful places I have ever seen in my whole life.
And the sun came up, shining on all these 6,500 meter mountains and the yaks. It's just unbelievable. There was an old woman with tea. It's so beautiful, waiting for us on the side of the trail and giving us tea, and it's just insane.
All right, 8 miles into day 3, nearing the head of the valley. That's the highest community in this basin. It sits below the glacial moraine, and I believe there are 3 glacial lakes above that are listed as critical, dangerous glacial lakes that could flood into this community. It is just an absolutely beautiful place, but at tremendous risk for destruction.
땡압자 tukchori 둔기 난견날에 대 년카증기 기소디 도토기 나땅나 배워진 춥디 되지도 세션이 다 다른 나방아 저기 십술나 만나서 잡 토톨메다 랍스팅고 틀레마 페소 도라이 루기고 자 방송보다 년카치 쇼지디 대 토톨메다 랍스팅디 지디 여발로딘디 아날레 튀니기 대 도라이 년카 두세
Lake Tortomi and Lake Rapstrang. These are 2 of the largest glacial lakes in Bhutan. Recent surveys have shown an abnormal change occurring under the moraine, the bank which supports these lakes. Here are the research results. This diagram shows a cross-section of the moraine. The parts in red are ice. You can see that the sections that were frozen in 2008 have turned to liquid by 2021, shown here in blue. The ice is melting due to global warming, and the moraine is in danger of collapsing from within. If this moraine were to lose its integrity, there would be a flood of unprecedented scale.
The 53 million cubic meters of water. The saya ngapchunga sumde chigi chua mahebo janju tenime seshinibi. The number the chiktongup jakupchuko jigi churugi ondelo tande lugi sonale tumigi churugi ondelo tambe the ngajigi tawachin the jitap the chigi ime seshinibi.
Yelamatom Tintenga Timpa Yukagi Yukaduni Mipe Denara Anadu Tuka Dore Naidu Matuka Tenina Hamwad
This race made it so much more clear to me that in my short time on planet Earth, like while I'm alive in this body, I have a duty to do more.
As athletes, trail runners, endurance runners, we can send the message, we can be the messengers. We can be the messenger that can carry that message fairly far.
I am so wrecked. We're at almost 16. Okay. I don't know what that is in meters. I think I've seen a track of a snow leopard, but at the moment I'm doubting in my mind. I'm a little bit dizzy. So I took a picture at 5,000. Oh my God. I love it. I do love it.
Oh, don't hear me.
Definitely want to talk. Not want to talk.
I flew here. I use air conditioning. I use heat. I eat meat occasionally. I live super comfortably at the expense of a lot of Earth people. So definitely just acknowledging that probably could reassess some of my own behaviors before criticizing other cultures have.
What I felt most profoundly during this edition of the Snowman Race is that we are all in this together.
The mom tell me of the same gas in la the rancham chige nani 같이 로 powder to build that 로이 같이 숨이 없다디 아치치 차이 돈을 베로 같이 신기한 베로 나이가 잠시 라다디 같이 숨길 라바시 아치치 밀로 powder 미소 가세 내 무슨 셈 가세 준다.
Hey, Karma. How's it going? Is your stomach better?
Woohoo! This is the pass. I think insane. Yee-hoo! What a crazy place! At 5,470 meters, highest point of the race. These glaciers, they are so precious. Please help me protect them. I don't want them to go away.
Surrounded by glaciers, they are at the highest point in the race. At the front line of climate change, the athletes push on. Although day 3 was a grueling challenge that pushed them to their limits, the runners make it through.
Yes, Simon! Woo!
Oh!
Nice work!
Oh!
Yeah!
The Japanese athlete Kaori Niwa is the 15th runner to cross the finish line. The only runner left to finish is Mohammed from Bangladesh.
Lecky was first.
Lecky!
And then, yeah.
Oh my god!
But Rosanna was the craziest. She was like 7'9".
Oh my god! We call her the German machine.
Moving. Yeah, she's so fast.
The sun has almost set. Mohammed is still nowhere to be seen.
Nice. That's all I got.
This way. Down.
A light appears in the darkness. It's Mohammed.
Yes.
Support this
Everybody
man.
in, everybody in.
You're so amazing! Oh, you did it!
More than halfway. Thanks.
I see a lot of people, lot of teamwork happening to make this run successful, to bring every runner in the finish line. It positively motivated me a lot because it's my small gratitude to try, to continue trying to go to the finish line. I just wanted to survive on each day, small, step by step.
It's never been a trip. It's so amazing. I just went to 18,000 feet. We're like, yeah, his back is so wet. It's so wet. I know.
Camp on day 4. Looks like it's going wild. That's to keep us warm. Spirits are high. There we go.
One of the steepest climbs so far, eh?
I was so altitude sick earlier.
Oh, morning.
Yeah. So dizzy. Up, 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 up.
Five days and 186 kilometers. It has now been 28 hours and 30 minutes since the race began. The overall winner is Sangay from Bhutan, who stayed in the lead from day one. The winner in the women's category is Rosanna from Germany.
To me, this was such a big race, and then arriving with all the school children, all our friends and everyone there in Bhutan, I just, at that moment, it hit me really hard that I made it and that I'm here, and then I think the tears just come up. I just want to make sure that I go to the races not only for myself and for competing, but also for the right things, and maybe really be conscious about when do you need to fly, when do you not to fly, and then also use my voice as an athlete in terms of climate action and how to live closer in nature, because we all love the sport so much.
It's also the most beautiful. The people, the mountains, you feel so much. It's amazing, yeah. Yeah, very grateful. There's no place like Bhutan. It makes it even more important of why this race exists and the work that we need to do.
In my own language, we say Maji Niwuhai. It is equally saying water is life. And when I run through this mountain, I see that rivers are flying down, and there I see the people of this country have life, because the water, it can bring life. And at the same time, under that reflection, I see also water can bring destruction. I hope the melting will slow down, that water can continue to be the life. Water is life. Imagine Ohio.
나치자니 지금 가봐미디든 나치자니 majoro majulai thokoju tilan khare sothon bedo nasim semge ase shuni ani opula la joda semgai alo chungsu ban ban la trishi tatismera shiri matto anzumera namshi joda bonda yasnos
Never in a million years did I think I would become good friends with Bhutanese runners, and it feels kind of like a dream. This is an amazing experience we have being alive on Earth today, and I've noticed when I've run more, I'm a better person and more motivated to try and take care of this planet. So I highly recommend getting out for a run as soon as you can.
As a lowland, Bangladesh is highly impacted by the flood. I directly experienced the adverse effect of climate change when I see our sea level also rising. I see our island are going to under the water. So through this Snowman Race, I also experienced how it going to happen, how the climate change impacting the world.
인지미지 같이 미 줍디스기 배수가 가서 배미수를 안디. 당가에 그대변 스탄다 따오달로 남시 주로디 같이 줍디스 배수 배미수라. 당가니 벤디 사자들아 남시 주로와 바오 수가 진세. 디기 동len디 가데베 배워진 다가 모세.
In 2024, Bhutan's annual average temperature reached the highest level ever recorded. If things stay the same, 75% of the glaciers are predicted to disappear by the end of the century. That is, if things stay the same.